I love to welcome you to this celebration. Thank you so much. If you're seeing this right now, that means you're one of my subscribers here on YouTube. And I want to say thank you, thank you, thank you. I reached a milestone on the channel today is February the 9th, 2017, and I have 5,000 subscribers here on YouTube. Thank you. I could not have done it without you guys. You mean the world to me. I have been faithfully publishing a video every week for the last few months, and it's really paid off because I wasn't keeping a regular schedule, but I have noticed the importance of keeping a regular schedule. So with that, I just want to share with you a few of my YouTube tips because I want to see you succeed here on YouTube. And by the way, I forgot to introduce myself for those of you who may be watching this in replay and you're not familiar with me. My name is Ileane, and I'm with IleaneSmith.com. Welcome, welcome, welcome to the channel. So hang on, let me get up a screen share because I want to share a tip with you. I'm also picking up additional patrons over on my Patreon page. And so I'm starting to post there more regularly as well. And so I shared a tip with my patrons the other day, and I want to share it with you now. And that has to do with using your analytics in order to get more subscribers. And this is something that I've done because I was watching my analytics, which is really important. You know, you can't improve what you don't measure. That's one of the sayings that I've followed for a long time. And so one of the things that you have to do is check your analytics. So I'm just going to zoom in a little bit just so you can see this a little bit better. When you go into your YouTube analytics, over on the left-hand side, you'll see the link to go to your subscribers. And why is this important? Because this is telling you what's driving subscribers to your content and what's making people subscribe. There are certain videos that people will watch that they'll like, they'll enjoy them, but they won't end up subscribing. But in this particular case, and this is a screenshot that I took the other day, like I said, I posted this on my Patreon page, which is patreon.com/Ileane. You can go over there and see some of the stuff that I've made public. And this is one of the videos. This is one of the posts there that I made public. So once you go into subscribers, you'll see that they're either coming from your channel or they're coming from your videos. And there could be other features. It'll say other. So after you click on videos, now you get to see exactly which videos are driving subscribers. How many subscribers are they driving? And of course, you can check and click into the geography and the date and all of that. But what's really important here is to see if you can find some type of a pattern. If you can find some type of pattern. And I noticed a pattern with some of my videos when I talked about live streaming. Also, when I talked about YouTube tips. And the other thing that I noticed was if I talked about Instagram. Now, Instagram is driving views, but it's not in these top videos that are driving subscribers. So that was interesting to know. Hey, Tish, it says Tish, how you doing? Thanks so much for being in the audience. If you have any questions to ask about YouTube or anything, and I want to thank you so much, Tish, for all your support on YouTube and on Patreon. I think you're amazing. Fraser, thank you so much also for joining in. right now. And so I'm sharing this YouTube tip because Fraser just got in. And you go into your subscribers and then you click on videos, and then it shows you exactly which videos are sending traffic to your channel. And so what I'll do is, because I was actually showing you a screenshot, but I can go in there live and show you what my analytics look like for this channel. And once again, I am just so absolutely thrilled that you guys are supporting me over here and watching the videos. And so let's go back into screen share, and this one is going to be live. Let's make sure I click on the right tab. Okay, this is my live analytics here. And so you'll see it says channel/other, and then it says closed accounts. Oh, there's another point that I wanted to make on that screenshot. You were seeing the default for any of these reports in YouTube Analytics is always 28 days. But you're going to need a little bit more than that. You're going to want to do at least 90 days, if not more. It depends upon how many subscribers and what your subscriber growth looks like. So I changed it to 90 days, and you see that the videos is the first thing here. So I click on videos, and there's the list. And like I said, you can look in here and see this video is about how to edit an existing YouTube video. People absolutely love that video, and they even tell me when they leave the comments that I earned a subscription. So I'm, trying my best to bring more value to folks that want to learn how to use this platform. This is another reason why I focused on this topic today, as a way to say thank you. And here's another one: how to live stream to YouTube from your desktop. A lot of folks want to do that. This is exactly what I'm doing right now. I'm live streaming from my desktop. And then here's the one about fan funding. Now, fan funding is going to go away in a few days now, but in the meantime, folks are still subscribing from that video. And here's another one about live streaming from Facebook. So you see, there's a pattern. Now, hopefully, when you look into your analytics, you'll see similar patterns. And it may mean that you have to even increase that date range a little more so you can find more patterns of the kinds of videos that people are not just watching your video, but it actually leads them to click that subscribe button. And I'm so pleased that I actually was able to do that 5,000 times. So, it's not like I'm doing comedy here, or I'm not so talented that I can play you a song on some instrument. I'm just really, when I learn a tip, when I find out some type of information, or if I figure something out, I like to pass it on so that others can also have fun and learn how to use different tools. YouTube, Facebook, blogging. I do a lot of blogging tutorials as well here. Instagram, lots of social media tips and tutorials and tools, because a lot of times you'll hear about a tool and you're like, I wonder how that tool works. I don't know if I want to invest in that tool. I also do gear reviews here. Talking about, like, right now, I'm using my Logitech C920 camera, and I'm using my ATR 2100 microphone. People want to know about these things. How do they work? How does that microphone really sound? And I share what I've learned. And so I love, love, love to pass that on to you guys. So I'm going to look over here and see if I have the camera quality is a little bit grainy. Well, when you're watching a live video, Fraser, there is a cog wheel. You can click on the cog wheel at the bottom right, and it'll give you the options to increase the the resolution. I hope that hope works. Oh, actually, Alfredo's already come on and said that to adjust your bandwidth. Okay. It's the bandwidth, but it's really the resolution. And you can do that right with that little cogwheel. If you hover over the video, you'll see the cogwheel pop up. And if you're on your phone, I believe it's at the top is where you'll see that. Okay, so thank you so very much. And I see Tish saying yay, and Pam, hey Pam. So if someone would like to come in, I'm actually going to start by getting this link over to Pam over on her Twitter, because I was already talking to Pam and I told her I was going to do this. So be on the lookout for that, Pam. It's coming your way right now. And then I'll get it over to Fraser as well. I'm not sure if he's prepared to come in, but I'll try. See if I don't think I've done any direct messages on Twitter with Fraser, so I'll have to pop over to Facebook real quick. And I know I've done messaging with him over here. So there's Fraser, and then I see Alfredo. I'm not sure if Alfredo's available, and Tish, you just let me know. You just type into the chat and let me know if you want to come in. And because I'm monitoring the chat, believe it or not. I don't know how long that's going to last, but for now. So yeah, Fraser, I sent it to you over on Facebook.
Here.
Oh, okay. Yay.
I'm here.
Thank you. Thank you so much for coming over. I am so happy that you're able to share in my excitement today.
Cool. That's good.
So
Go ahead.
I was going to ask you, if you are using YouTube, or have you any questions about how to use YouTube more effectively? I know that you are involved, and I'll just let everybody know that my friend Fraser is involved in a project called Awake Africa Scotland, which you can find at awakeafricascotland.co.uk. And I know it's going to be like a musical, but it's really something that is to support and bring awareness to human trafficking and abuse of women. But Fraser, you take it away in case I missed something.
No, you've pretty much summed it up. Well, just to give you your audience an update. Well, the show, the seed was planted just sort of the latter part of 2015, and we kind of got the concept of the show sort of early 2016, and over the last sort of best part of 12 months, the project is kind of snowballed with the contacts that we have created, and by simply trying to share the message that which we're trying to do for Awake Africa Scotland. The message is simply to highlight the abuse of women in Africa, but it kind of was Africa, yes, but because it's more of a global phenomenon that's going on, it's a global sort of, what's the word?
It's
Global
really
problem. It's
yeah.
happening. Yeah, it's happening, and it's based not just sex trafficking and human trafficking. It's obviously women also go through abuse, men, kids, and from domestic violence, domestic abuse, but also it happens through human trafficking.
Yeah.
Recently in the news, it's kind of in the media, it's at the forefront of the media, and people are, it's kind of, and recently just on the news, that a story which went global, a woman who works for Alaskan Airlines, who's an air hostess, who gets trained. They've been training their air hostesses to spot the signs of human trafficking, and this happened recently that she spotted the signs of a girl that was being trafficked, and obviously did the right and wrote a note it's all over the news. It was actually even made it to the Scottish news as well. So it's out there at the moment, and it seems to be the thing that's at present, and it's being addressed for once, which is a good
Okay,
thing.
great. Well, I'm glad that I have to give a shout out. I'm glad you did to Alaska Airlines. Thanks so much. So let's say hi to some of the other folks that have come in. Pam Gomez.
Hello.
Could you introduce yourself, Pam, real quick?
Hi, I'm Pam Gomez, um, host of Tech Talk Live and the founder of O Natural Aromatherapy. I'm located in the Bahamas and I'm glad to be here.
Oh, thank you so much for coming. Now, Pam, I know you and I have talked a lot about YouTube and some of the things that can help with your channel. Is there anything that you wanted to ask or to say or of what we've talked about?
Well, I want to thank you for introducing me to TubeBuddy, because with that, it now has my channels rocking. I've not been able to do bulk edits prior to getting TubeBuddy, but now that I have it, I can do bulk edits. I can add features I can share to Facebook. I'm going wild with TubeBuddy, my new tool.
Yes, TubeBuddy. They call it a YouTuber's best friend. And yes, I'm glad you said that because me with having the 5,000 subscribers, TubeBuddy is definitely partially responsible for that because I started using it. I would say it's been about 2 years, and it helps with the keywords and your tags, and they just have even all kinds of little perks. Like for example, now you can actually reply to comments when you're on desktop. You can get a little notification bubble at the top. And so guys, look, if you're not down with TubeBuddy, I have so many tutorials here on the channel talking about TubeBuddy. But if you want to get it, just go over to ileanesmith.com/TubeBuddy. And it's a free extension, and you'll get a trial for some of the pro features. And I'll just say that one more time, ileanesmith.com/TubeBuddy. We love TubeBuddy. Yes. Yep. So, do you have plans for future videos on your YouTube channel, Pam, that we could have folks look forward to?
Oh, yes. We're going to be uploading in just about 24 hours part 2 of my interview with Terry Johnson. We did a part 1 last week. It's there on Tech Talk Live YouTube channel. Please go over, visit, and subscribe for future videos coming out almost weekly, sometimes twice a week.
Yes, yes. And also, you and I did an interview.
Oh, yes, we did. We did that last week as well, and that was awesome. You can go there and watch my interview with the social media diva, Miss Ileane Smith.
Yeah, and guys, if you want to see different interviews that I've done, I've even done an interview with Fraser before as well.
Yes.
I have a playlist with the interviews and the times that I've been on a panel discussion, and I have them all in one playlist here, and I believe it's called Miss Ileane's Interviews. But I will be placing all those links to connect with Pam and Fraser, and also Alfredo. I don't think Alfredo can come on cam, but we'll have all those links in the description of this video. But
Yeah,
let's just go ahead, Fraser.
I talk about my podcast. Got a few, not just general the stuff we do talk about, but we've got a wee mini series going on that we're like to highlight, if that's okay. Which is kind of linked to the project. I was sort of over talking, which I apologise for on your obviously on your live show. For those who I did interview Ileane on YouTube a while back, but kind of under my podcast that I do called Hattrick and Ramsay Unleashed. But we're also doing a series which is linked to the project. We are interviewing women who have been through abuse in some way or form, whether it's domestic abuse, domestic violence, sexual abuse, and that's what we're doing at the moment. And we have a series of that. So we are interviewing. We have a couple of people that we're going to, interview soon, and we already have 2 interviews so far.
Well, I here's another little tip that I want to give folks. And one of the things that we can do with this YouTube Live is when you're using it from your desktop, okay, we can do a bit of a screen share. And I want to kind of warn you that when you're doing a YouTube Live, if you have folks come in and start commenting, and I'm going to say hi to Marcio Villegas. Hi. He said he crashed, something crashed for him. Sorry about that. And so you can pop that chat out into a separate window, and there you can see all the folks that have been leaving chat. But if you don't have this chat open, if you're just doing the YouTube Live, you won't see it. You kind of have to make an extra step. And maybe in a future tutorial, I'll show you exactly how I do that. But I just wanted to screen share really quickly. And we teach houses. Hello there. How are you? Thanks so much for joining. And we are celebrating my 5,000 subscriber milestone here on YouTube. So any other oh, you said I'm sorry, Marcio says I'm Brazilian but living in Naples, Italy. Oh my gosh, we just got international. We have a Scottish person, we have a Bahamian, we have somebody in Italy, and we teach houses. Where are you? I'm in Philadelphia. Alfredo is in California. So we're just all over the place.
Scotland in the house.
We have Scotland, we have Bahamas, we have America, and we have somebody who's Brazilian living in Italy.
Italy, yes. And Alfredo, since he can't come on cam, I appreciate you so much for being here for support. And he's not in a quiet place right now anyway, but Alfredo does live streaming of this church services. Let me take the screen share down. And it's the Southside Christian Church. And we'll make sure that we put a link to those live streams that you can catch every Sunday. He's been doing that. And Tish is saying that he needs to be in my Bloggers Roundup group, and maybe he would like the LVS group. And I'm assuming you're talking about Mauricio. Yes. Oh, and we teach houses are saying congratulations. And they are in Arlington, Texas. Oh my goodness. We are just really all over the place here, guys. This is really live video is just so much fun, and it's just amazing how we can connect with each other. Like, this is real time. This is in the moment that we are connecting with folks all over the globe, and it's pretty amazing.
You're in the groove at the moment. We're in the zone.
Yes,
we just had with having this. The Super Bowl has just ended, obviously, last weekend. We're definitely in the end. We're in the zone.
We're in the end zone. Yes, we are. And we're also hitting home runs. And my friend Larry Snow has come in. Larry, I will DM you, over on Facebook. If you want to come in, I'll send you the link to come into the room. And we were talking about Patreon earlier, and so Larry is another one that I love.
I'm going to give you a wee plug on your own show, even though this is like it's being a commercial break. So if you have on the Ileane Smith live show, Ileane has a number of talk shows on YouTube. She talks about Patreon, how to help with your Google Analytics, from YouTube, from posting on YouTube, and also doing blogs and vlogs, and you name it, she will talk about it. But you just need to look through her library by looking at Miss Ileane on YouTube, and you will find a big selection of videos that she has done over the last months and years, and just recently as well. So take your pick. There's a nice library to choose from. Plenty of listening over a cup of tea.
And I have my own personal assistant here, my promotions assistant, Fraser Ramsay. Yes. You're awesome, Fraser. And I see Misty is here.
It's on the invoice. It's on the invoice.
Yes. Misty is my friend from Busker, another live video app that I use, guys. And Misty found me over here. And I'm not sure if she found me here first or found me on Busker. Doesn't matter. We're connected. She does genealogy. So it's just amazing. And Misty, what city are you in? Because we're all like giving shout outs to where we're from. We have someone here from Scotland, and we've got the Bahamas, and we've got Italy, Arlington, Texas, and
Hello.
Larry's up in Boston, and then California, and then me here in Philly. So Pam, anything else? You were doing a broadcast earlier. Oh, there's Larry. I'm sorry. Hi, Larry. Let's put Larry up on the big screen.
No, don't. I'm trying to organize my green screen so you don't see what's behind there. Oh, well.
You got it up. All
Yeah.
right. Good, good. You're looking good, Larry.
Thank you.
And you got everything all painted and whatnot at the house, right?
Yes. So this is my office.
Yeah, and Larry does YouTube video tutorials as well. So Larry, why don't you tell everybody a little bit about what you're doing here on YouTube?
I talk about WordPress, social media, and web design, and I mix in between. Sometimes I talk about social media as it applies to security professionals. So how can they use social media to increase their brand and or use it as a investigative tool? So social media intelligence, protective intelligence, that type of stuff. So open source intelligence, I guess that's what you call it, and social media intelligence. So I do a little bit of that. I have some WordPress clients. So I build WordPress websites, and my wife is texting me.
He's like, dinner. So, and you got snow today, or?
Yeah, we got about 10 inches right now. It's still snowing out.
Wow.
Got a blizzard.
Oh, wow. Okay. Well, you guys stay safe. And your daughter, is she about?
No, she's not actually. She's with mommy.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So Alfredo, as I was saying earlier, he has a church that he does live streaming for, and he is going to do a screen share of the church website or of the church, one of the live streams from the church. So go ahead, Alfredo, anytime you're ready, you could just put up that screen share. And okay, I'll put that up on the big screen there. Okay, so it's the Inglewood Southside Christian Church. And so if you're in Inglewood, California, or anywhere in near the area, and then it's church audio visual, and this is what Alfredo does. And they have some beautiful artwork there, and you can hear the sermons, you can hear the choir, and you know, feel connected to the church through live streaming. And it's just another way that, you know, we can use live streaming to make that connection.
Yeah, I actually caught one of his live shows. I think it was this past Sunday, right? Yeah.
Oh, and my friend Bill is here. Bill does Belize. And so now we have someone from Belize in the audience as well. Thanks so much for coming out and helping me celebrate my 5,000 milestone subscribers here on YouTube. And Bill, if you want to come in the room, I can send you the link somehow. Off the top of my head, I'm not sure what the quickest way for me to get it to you is, but just type into the chat. And I think I could probably find it over on my Gmail somehow. But yeah. So I think it's important, guys, about setting goals. And that's another thing that I wanted to make sure I covered today, because I was doing one of my tutorials and I happened to bring up a site called Social Blade. Social Blade is a site where you can go and you can get stats, and they do a little bit of predictions, and they look at your following and they say, you know, based on the acceleration of the growth of your channel, and they said, in my case, that I should reach 5,000 subscribers sometime in late March. And when I saw that, I was like, oh no, it's not going to be March. I'm going to do all I can to make sure that happens before March. And so I did it. And so, it's about setting goals. And one of the ways that I knew that I had to do it was to be more consistent. And Larry and I have talked about this a lot too. Being consistent.
Yeah.
Letting people know. I tell folks every weekend I'll have a video. Now people might say, well, the weekend is a lot, but it's better than me just saying, oh, I'll see you next time, and not saying when that time is going to be. So I'm at least letting folks, and usually it does happen on Sunday, but I just don't want to put myself out there and say it's going to be Sunday. And what if I happen to do it on Saturday? And so this was a pop-up video because it's a Thursday. So it's like a little extra treat because I'm so excited about this.
So are you looking forward to YouTube Live?
Well, I have to have 10,000 subscribers.
Right. Well, it's going to roll out slowly out to all the other people. You'll probably get it before we would. At least I would.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, the fact that I can do it from my desktop, I'm happy about, but being able to do it from the phone, and they have some cool features like the filters and, what was the other cool feature that I saw? Then, you get a little bit of a snapshot of how many people were there, how long they watch, and all that when the broadcast is over. And, there's just a lot of little perks. And I'm sure as time goes on, they're just going to add even more features to the YouTube Live app. And that just rolled out like 3 days ago, maybe. Because all of my YouTube folks, like video creators,
Moyer, all those guys, yep, they're all out there.
They're all doing tutorials on that now. So any other questions, guys, about YouTube, or any other reflections about, or challenges you're facing with growing your channel?
I have a challenge. My challenge is to reach 100 subs. I'm now at 25. I've started putting out 2 videos per week. And the latest of which is an interview with Terry Johnson of the Biz Chicks. And I hope to do another interview with her tomorrow and upload that. But I'm looking forward to reaching 100 subs.
And what you do is you celebrate your milestones. And, somebody may say, well, 100, that's not, there's people with millions of, but no, hey, they started off at some point, they had 100, right? They didn't just jump up, and so it also gives you that incentive to keep going, because you see that progress and you're able to celebrate it. And that's why I did this. And I was just like, I didn't know that it was going to happen today. And because it was a snow day for me, it was why I really actually saw it. And it was just right on the 5,000. Yep.
That's awesome.
And my friend Bill said he just wanted to say congratulations. Bill, thank you so very much. You made this even more of an international event, and that's fantastic considering it's totally impromptu. And I didn't tell anybody until like 2 minutes before I went live, and I only knew that I was going to go live like 5 minutes before. So yes. So any other questions?
No, she's okay.
No? Okay.
There you go. So if you haven't already heard of this day, so Ileane has another brand that you should always keep an eye on if she's still using Snapchat, but maybe not as much as usual because there's some new.
I haven't seen her on Snapchat.
Every day. But if you haven't heard, you should always keep an eye out for every second Saturday when she's broadcasting #SuperCuteSaturday.
That's
so
nice.
always
I'm doing it on Instagram now. The stories on Instagram are fun and they keep adding more features. And then there's also Facebook Messenger. If you're missing some of the lenses from Snapchat, I'll record something on Facebook Messenger, then, save it on my phone and then upload it to Instagram stories. But, I don't get me wrong. I still love Snapchat and I'm just waiting to fit that in my schedule to get back over there because, the good thing about Snapchat is people won't like unfollow you because they don't realize that you're somebody like Fraser will realize that I haven't posted. And Larry,
Right. I'm like, where's Ileane? I was like, oh yeah, she's doing her Instagram thing now. Forget about Snapchat. And so I'm still on Snapchat, but I haven't followed anybody new. I keep the same amount of people that I have because because those are the only people I'm really interested in. I mean, and it's also very hard. I know that they have a new discovery tool or something now that you can find different people and outside of your little circle that the people actually know. And so, but I could try that, but I'm happy where I am with the people I have, and I'm like you, Ileane. I'm more into Instagram and sharing my stories on Instagram versus sharing it on Snapchat, where there's only a select few people that will actually see it.
Okay.
We need to also Ileane. We need to say hello to Marcio. His wife wants us to all say hello to her. That's her name is Ileane Villegas. So hello.
Hello.
Ileane, Scotland, you're welcome to the Ileane Smith Show.
And I also want to say hello to my friend Bill Does Belize. Bill, hi, how are you?
Hi, everyone.
Hello, Bill.
Congratulations, Miss Ileane. I know you've been really working the YouTube and all of the other platforms to get to this point, so congratulations.
Oh, thank you so very much. And Bill and I've met on Google Plus ages ago, but now we've been seeing a lot more of each other lately with the social media smarties, Saturday smarties.
Yes, Saturday morning marketing smarties.
Saturday morning. Okay, yeah, I got a little tongue.
Morning being relative to wherever you are in the world, I guess.
Right. And so, just meet my friends. Pam is from the Bahamas and Larry's from up in Boston. And then there's Fraser from Scotland and Alfredo is from Inglewood.
Isn't that so wonderful about this platform, how people from all over the world
It
can
is.
get together, and we ultimately find out that we're not that different. We all have the same goals and hopes and dreams, and it's really nice to be able to affirm that with people from all around the world.
Yes, it is. And I appreciate you so much for popping in. So did you get notified or you just so happened to?
I've been trying to go through. I got an email notification because, of course, I make sure I have notifications whenever you go live.
Yay!
I don't always have time to actually watch live, but I do try and go back and watch as much as I can. So, yeah. So I just wanted to stop in and say congratulations and that I appreciate what you do, and you do a lot. So.
Thank you so much, Bill. I appreciate you for coming over.
So what's next for Miss Ileane?
Well,
for
I
YouTube?
I just happened to notice that Ileane was a special guest today on a special podcast show, which happens at 7 o'clock Pacific time, which would be 10 o'clock Ileane's time, which happens to be the Guy R. Cook Report. Obviously a special guest host, I see.
Yes, I made a surprise guest appearance. Guy R. Cook. He records his show over on Fire Talk, and it's about a 10 to 15-minute show. And I love talk about consistency. He does it every weekday, and he's designated each day of the week for a specific topic. So on Thursdays, today was B2B Thursdays. Then he has a What's on the Mind Wednesday, and then he's got an SEO day, and so he is very consistent. He's been doing it almost a year. And Fraser and I always get a shout out on that show because Fraser's the one who told him, you should go for it. Fraser's such a good cheerleader.
It's like my pom-poms.
Yep. And so after he records it on Fire Talk, and then he actually records it separately on Screencast-O-Matic, and then he'll upload that recording to YouTube. He doesn't take the raw Fire Talk file. Just does a little editing, add a little bumper at the beginning, and add a little credit roll at the end. And you have to, when somebody's consistent like that, it's just providing value. And he also turns it into an audio podcast. So there's something that everybody can pick up from these tips of what these folks do. But now I'm going to answer Larry's question because he asked me, what's next? I'm just going to keep going because I'm going to get to the 10K subscribers. Even if by the time I get there, I won't have to have 10K. I'll get the YouTube Live app anyway. I just want to continue to provide value. I know that folks, they're intimidated, some of them, to come on cam. So I want to help them get over those hurdles. I want to help folks that just don't know a little bit about different technologies and tools that I have access to and have used. And, once you have experience with using a tool, a lot of tools that I've even done YouTube videos on in the past, things are changing so fast. Another tool will come out that'll be much, much better. And I'll be like, oh, maybe I should put that video unlisted because I got something better now. So you have to keep going. The kind of content that I produce, which is tutorials, it's constantly changing. So you just have to keep churning out the material so that your audience can find that value and see that you're being helpful to them.
Are you still going to be focused on live streaming only, or? No,
actually, the last video I did was about scheduling to Instagram. So but I'm going to continue that series, that thread of when something comes out really big with live streaming, then I will try to cover it if I think that it's going to, stick around. Like if I had access to that YouTube Live app on my phone, I would definitely have done a tutorial for it. You know what I mean? And then, there's so much with Facebook Live. There are new apps coming out all the time. So, and they're updating. Now, the one that I really like right now is called Be Live. And there's a few tutorials on my channel about that. And they came out with a new feature, and it was just like to add an agenda to your broadcast. And I was like, well, I don't think that's worthy of a whole video. People can, and it's pretty self-explanatory too. So I have to be choicey. I don't want to just do a video just for the sake of, okay, they got a new feature. I'm going to, I'm not going to do it that way.
But you would share that out to your audience, though, maybe not a video, but maybe just share out the news. Like I think you do it on Basic Blog Tips and that type of thing.
Yeah, I'll probably be posting those kinds of news items over on the Patreon page. So guys, Patreon, sign up. And Larry, I'm not sure if you saw, I posted 2 items this week. And one that I actually demoed, the one at the beginning of this show, was to show one of the ways that I used to build my subscribers was to go into my analytics and find out what videos are actually sending me subscribers. And it turns out that the ones that send me subscribers are not necessarily the ones that get the most views.
Correct. I find that myself. Yeah.
Yep. So I'm posting little updates like that and news over on Patreon when I can, in between, because there's some things that I post on Patreon that are public and anybody can go over there and see. And I've even had people come over and leaving comments in the last few days that were not my patrons, and that's fine. But then there's that content that's Patreon only or patron only content. And so that's, what you'll get if you do become one of my patrons. Yep.
So you got your tickets all set for social media marketing world?
Yeah. Uh-huh. I've just got to work on my presentation.
Whoops.
Well, you can't.
It's only a month away, right?
Well, yeah, but of course they want there's a deadline for them, like at the end of this month. But things just constantly change so much with the live video space. And my presentation is going to be getting started with live video. And here, lo and behold, YouTube just released a live video thing, right? Which is a major thing. That's major because the YouTube ecosystem, as we all know, is one of the most robust ecosystems. And then in addition to that, with the super chat, where people can actually, give you a tip while you're streaming. So those two things combined, those are major things. So something that I'm glad that I hadn't had my presentation already written, because that wouldn't have been in there. And
at some point you got to stop them and say, listen, I have a deadline now, and I can't talk about anything else because I have to submit my presentation.
Oh, they realize, I mean, especially with the live video space, that, you can submit your presentation, but if you have to change it at the last minute, if YouTube makes another major move like that,
yeah,
there may be some folks changing their presentations the day of, because actually, and just to be clear, because I'm not sure we clarified that I will be speaking at Social Media Marketing World, which is in March, and they're doing a whole track on live video. Is one of the many tracks that they're having. Actually, there's like 140 speakers, and but there's 10 that'll be focused on live video. And then there's a YouTube track and an Instagram track and blogging track and all that. So all of us are, have the ability to, if something major comes up, of course you don't want to leave it out. If you're doing a live conference, you don't want to leave out a major, change. So, yeah. So, okay. So who was that was talking about the 10,000 subscribers? Pam, I see you just posted something over in the chat.
Yes, I did. Just woohoo.
Oh, okay. I didn't know if there was somebody in the chat that mentioned that they had it. Okay. All right, guys. With that, I so appreciate you being here. I think we've been on here for about 45 minutes. So for an impromptu video, I think this is really great. I would just appreciate you guys so very much. So
congratulations.
Thank you. So I'll let everybody say hi, say goodbye. So Pam.
Well, thank you for having me, Ileane, and congratulations once again.
Okay, and just tell everybody one more time where they can find you here on YouTube.
Tech Talk Live is my YouTube channel. Please feel free to stop by, like, share, comment, and subscribe.
Okay, great. All right, Larry.
See, I need something like that. I need go to larrysnow.me/live, and then it'll take you to YouTube. I have to set that up.
Okay. All right.
Okay. Well, but I'll set that up before the end here, so that you can go to that URL.
Yeah. Oh.
And check out some stuff and some social media stuff. And if you want to follow me on Twitter, I'm at Lawrence A. Snow.
And I just want to say thank you to We Teach Houses, because they're saying, may the good Lord bless you. So thank you for those blessings. Okay, so Fraser.
Well, if you want to find out what I do, you can find me at the Hattrick and Ramsay Unleashed. If you just type in Hattrick with 1 T and Ramsay RAMSA for Apple Y, you can find me for the podcast. You can also find my project that I'm doing. Just type in Awake Africa Scotland, and you'll find our website, also our Facebook group as well. But you can also find me on just either being interviewing people like Ileane, Pam Gomez, or maybe Alfredo. You will find me doing on my podcast or whatever, but you'll find me. Just need to ask, and you'll find me.
Okay. And Bill.
You'll find me in Belize at Bill Does Belize, and my website, my YouTube channel, and everything is all under the same name for easy searching.
Okay. And for Alfredo, I'll just speak for him really quickly, is the Southside Christian Church. And like I said, we'll have all those links in the description for this video. And I thank you guys so very much one more time for being a subscriber, for being my friends. And I will see you guys this weekend with my next YouTube video. So,
Certainly.
bye for now.
Bye. Thank you. Bye.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye. Thank you for watching the international version of Ileane Smith Live.